2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hey, Luke and Rich. I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Luke, Ricky Fowler came out on top last time they played, so let's see who brings their A game and gets the victory today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. This one should find the rough. Time for the second shot into the first. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. A birdie putt awaits. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
Tee shot is looking good here. Second shot on the second. Well played, mate. Momentum putts come in many shapes and sizes. This one's a 13-footer.
This for a birdie run.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Standing over this one, and it's a very long putt. This has eyes for the hole. Yeah, that's well judged. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
The old hammer hands putt. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Nicely holed. And for par. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
It's Ricky Fowler's turn now. Oh, you've made it. What a play. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Well, as we head into our finishing stretch, it starts with the par 4 14th.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Oh, that's one of those shots you wish you had a do-over. Oh, caught up in some branches. Playing their 5th shot. Only one shot off the pace. Not sure what happened there. Didn't intend to hit that shot. Setting up in some very deep rough.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Sitting at 2 under. Currently tied for second.
Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Oh, time for number 8. Just one shot back now.
Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie.
That got a little out of control, I think.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
Now 8 shots back after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
And here we are with their 4th. Just 10 feet to the cup here.
This will be a good bogey.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And in it goes. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Oh, just missed. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Getting ready to play their 3rd. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? He has this putt to save his par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 4 7th, a little dogleg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. An opportunity to make a par here.
What a putt. Started this perfectly.
And this one will be for bogey. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid-irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
This next shot coming up from the sand. Time for the 5th shot. Oh, he's up, Tiger. This putt coming up is for triple bogey. That gets the job done. Sitting at 11 over for the event. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
And here we are with the third shot. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Well, Luke, this rivalry we have been watching has been fun. This player's behind their rival as we make the turn, and it'll be fun to see how this matchup shakes out.
In the bunker, off the tee, got to make up for a mistake. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. This is their 5th shot. Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Playing their 4th shot.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Currently 14 over par for the round. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. I'd be booking in for some lessons if I was swinging it like that. Well, this should be unpredictable. Oh, come on, you're better than that.
I don't think he drew that one up himself.
All right, now it's time for lucky number 7. Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. That's a little unpredictable. Hope that ends up all right. All right, Rich. The par 5 13th. So much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole.
This one to save par.
Tracking. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
Justin Rose currently on top of the leaderboard here.
All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Not a bad line, this one. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
That'll flick a few of the leaves going through there.
Playing their 5th shot.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Just a 4-footer remaining. Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Justin Rose currently leads this tournament.
We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Lovely effort, that.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
That was a gallant attempt.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
16th, the last of the par 3s on this golf course, but it's not an easy one.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult 2-putt to say the least.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard.
There he is, the Olympic gold medalist Justin Rose on top here in this tournament.
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. And this next putt here is for a double bogey. Oh, so close. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. And the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Here's their 6th shot. And here's their 7th shot. Yeah, well played. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
That's disappointing.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
Just a short putt remaining here. And that brings to close today's round. Well, we saw the good, bad, and sometimes the ugly, didn't we? But it was certainly beautiful from the words that came out of Henny Koyak's mouth. Thank you, Henny, for your action today.
Oh, Luke, I've seen some things that I'll never forget, both good and bad, but I had an absolute blast doing it. It was brilliant to watch. Those rivalries, I mean, wow. The pleasure was all mine.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
Time now for the fourth shot. Oh, these are big momentum putts. Let's make this one from 9 feet.
So far, so good.
Well, that's not the most positive of starts, getting underway over par.
Yeah, but if you look how they played the hole, it was disastrous. Lucky to walk away with a bogey.
And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par 5 that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Never mind. Just go and make the next one you stand over. Yeah, that's hold, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Sitting at a couple over for the event. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees. Not quite the shot he was wanting. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Opting for the 6-iron.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
"13 feet to the hole."
Got to try and save the par here.
That's frustrating.
That's a good bogey in the end.
Currently at +3 for the event. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This 4th, there's a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around the 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Needs this one to kick right. That should set up another chance. And this putt coming up for his par. Go to your home, ball. Go to your home. That hole's done.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now.
And it's Xander Schauffele in first place.
The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Oh, my. How about that for a par?
This tour player is just streets ahead now.
Coming off 4 straight bogeys. That'll hurt.
A bogey putt awaits.
Was on a good line. And down it goes. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. The 6th hole here, Rich, at Pebble Beach, is a tale of 2 halves, isn't it? A strong tee shot down the hill towards the ocean, and then the second, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is just a spectacular par 5. The beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. Now that's a good putt to hole any day of the week.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage. Lovely touch. Well played.
Such soft hands.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot, Xander Schauffele in top spot.
Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the second shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
And coming up well short.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Straight out of the top draw.
Great touch.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left, but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Opting for the 9-iron.
4 left.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. And as we continue alongside the beach, the coastline here, it is a spectacular scene, the 10th, isn't it?
It certainly is. I don't know if I love any hole more at Pebble Beach than this one right here. You want to aim down the left-hand side, but avoid those big bunkers. And from there, you want to try and land it short of the green and bounce it on. Anything landing on the green, though, could go shooting over the green and into a nasty spot.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Birdied their last hole.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, so close. Big putt for par coming up. Sitting at 7 over for the day. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
This one might just sneak off the fairway. Getting ready to play their third. That's a touch of class.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Sitting at 7 over for the event. The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This is important. Big par putt here.
I like that kind of fight. That shows resilience.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently at 7 over par. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
This shot is about 140 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left.
That is not proper beach attire, is it, Luke?
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
And here we are with their 4th. A 7-footer right here.
It's looking solid.
That's a good putt to hole for a bogey. Sitting at 8 over for the round.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Where was that going?
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And back to the course with the live action.
With an elevated approach ahead, they'll have to make sure they've got enough club. That's disappointing.
Missing it short there. They will definitely be upset.
From the sand, looking to get up and down. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Gary Player couldn't play bunker shots any better than that. In she goes. Let's head to the next. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
That's not what they were looking for.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
This one for bogey.
Okay, let's head to the next.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here, 29 feet.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
Handy effort, that one. We need this one to bounce right. Yeah, that was a safe play. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Ouch, that hurts. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf. Rich?
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
And he needs this to save par. Was that a bit of a miss strike?
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short 3rd shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones. Playing their 4th shot. Five feet coming up to the cup.
You'll be disappointed with that one. That was a pushed putt.
Putting for bogey. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be rueing some poor mistakes.
They're going to have to hit the driving range early next week, Luke. That was a very dismal performance.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
All right, Rich, your thoughts?
Even though Ricky won last time, he hasn't been at his best lately, so this is a massive opportunity for his opponent to knock him off his perch.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
It looks like they have a good lie here in the sand.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? This putt is about 17 feet long. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
He's currently tied for 12th. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required. And he's down there.
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, this would be handy if he could bounce right. That's not the shot they're after. This would be a great up and down. And he needs this to save par. Ooh, right by the hole. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
How close was that to going down? Very crafty, that shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. And here we are with the third shot. Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Ooh, that almost went down. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Judging it beautifully.
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. The par 3 4th at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again. Front, left and short right requires a pretty accurate and solid strike. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
And back to the play, shall we? A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt. This is a good chance. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And that will take him to 1 under.
Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. The fifth hole at TPC Scottsdale, a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. That one's come up short.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. The sixth hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. Again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but the safe strategy lays back before them. Seven feet to the cup.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. And this one will be for bogey.
And the putt drops, but that's back-to-back bogeys now.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
The seventh here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Time to step into the bunker now.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill, and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
That was a gallant attempt.
Time to make a putt here. This one's for double.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down.
Oh, yes! What a shot!
And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. A bit out of shape with that swing. Got to get the rhythm back. Getting ready to play their third. Big par saver coming up for this fella. And there it is.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Now 8 shots back after that hole. The 10th at TPC Scottsdale is a short par 4, measuring just 428 yards from the tips. There's a huge bunker down the right side of this fairway, which suggests maybe less than driver is necessary off the tee. What you want to do is set up for a good angle of approach, though. There's a couple of pot bunkers to the short right of this green and a big one to the front left to be avoided. Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
They've decided to club up.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie.
Now, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Never mind. Go and tap it in. That's disappointing. Just accept the bogey and move on.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3, measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Yeah, that putt looked pushed.
Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. And that's their 4th birdie of the day.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
Is that what they had in mind?
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's staring down 23 feet here. This for par.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Yep, you'll take that.
Sitting at +5 for the day.
The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Oh, it'd be nice to make this one. This one's for eagle. Oh, wow. Steady on there. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, well played.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Oh, so close.
Putting now for a bogey.
That's bad timing. Back-to-back bogeys as we head down the stretch.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out.
Nicely done.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance. Steady on. Par putt coming up here.
That gets the job done.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. This dramatic finish of TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
Oh, just missed that one. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Currently at 6 over par. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie.
Getting ready to play their third.
And this putt for a final score of 77. Ooh. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. This one's looking good.
Just a couple of inches away from finding that one.
And that'll be all she wrote. Let's head to the clubhouse. That's one of those performances where they're going to get a lot of more positives out of it than negatives, wouldn't you say?
They should, absolutely. Let's hope they look at it that way.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Luke, Ricky Fowler came out on top last time they played, so let's see who brings their A game and gets the victory today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Oh, just missed. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Facing early adversity there after opening up with a bogey.
Starting off with a bogey at first, not tragic. You got a lot of holes to make it up. Let's see how they deal with it going forward.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. And that one's headed to the drink. And here we are with the third shot. Time now for the fourth shot.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Just didn't drop.
And finishing this hole with a little tap in. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
I know you're disappointed, but don't let it affect your head. Make the next one. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the third.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Hang on, Henny. Is that a bit loose?
This is going to the pine straw. It's not too bad in there.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Got to make sure to control the flight here because the wind, well, is straight into their face.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And here we are with their fourth. Time for the fifth shot. It was on a good line.
A double bogey putt in front of them.
Oh, nice looking putt.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
Now at 6 over for the event. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. Lining up from around 160 yards.
Wind is blowing from right to left here. Wants to work it against the wind.
All right, he's going with a little extra club. Gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
Might need to get the feel back on the putting green.
Not too sure exactly what they were thinking on that one.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
He's got this for his part.
Oh, that's too bad. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, what were your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Okay, steady now.
Putting for bogey here.
That's half a chance of being holed, this one. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough.
Time for the second shot here at the 6th. From around 120 yards here.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one.
For the par.
Sitting at 8 over for the event. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. That's nicely done. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Yep, that shot's safely on the green.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Let's catch up with Ricky Fowler. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Great touch.
Let's return to live play now.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Shame it didn't drop. Putting for par. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Is this one heading into the sand? Yep. And from the bunker here. Getting ready to play their third. A 14-footer. Okay, slow down now. That's enough.
I think they didn't really understand how much downhill it actually was. Shocking.
And the dreaded triple bogey putt. That's well holed.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We have a par 5 on this one.
Boy, they need to really focus in here and shake off what happened back at the last.
That's a good-looking shot there. Second shot here on the 9th.